Excuse me, are you a mechanic? We are getting punished all the time.
We are back in the van on the road again. We have left our little Airbnb accommodation, really recharged our batteries. We're about an hour's north of Bariloche, heading up Route 40 now to get into a bit of a warmer environment because it is freezing. We have just camped by this amazing lake and just woken up to the most amazing view. Oh, so nice. And today is actually going to be 20 degrees, which is such a shock to our system because it hasn't been over 10 degrees in like a couple of weeks. So I'm going to be able to take this puffy jacket off, I think, pretty shortly, which is going to be so nice because that's all we've been dreaming of. I'm actually going to be able to use this outdoor table now because before this we haven't been using it because it's been so cold, and it's really cool. It's like a little slide out table that comes out through the kitchen. I think we're going to be using this a lot more often now that we're going to be cooking outside because it should get a little bit warmer. We're going to start slowly making our way up to the top of Argentina, through the Andes. We only drove about 5 minutes down the road and you just have to look at this. This is probably one of the most picturesque spots I've ever seen. What the hell? So today is actually my birthday. I haven't really been doing any filming or really feel like celebrating at all today. Been feeling really off, I think pretty sad actually, because it's the first birthday since my mom passed away. And Bendy's been trying to cheer me up all day. I feel really bad actually because she's booked this really amazing Airbnb right by the lake where I've actually been catching trout all afternoon, which has actually made me feel surprisingly better. I don't know, that's like the one thing that can really make me feel better when I'm feeling really crappy is fishing, and I haven't actually caught trouts up until now, so it's been quite nice. Very lovely specimen. Oh, look at that. Very, very pretty trout. I am gonna let him go. This is such a fun sport. Ooh, there he goes. We are really just settling down tonight, having a nice grill. We bought some food and am feeling a little bit better. It is such a tricky time. I didn't really know what I was feeling until I spoke to my sister just now, and she was like, all the firsts are going to be really hard for us, like your first birthday, first Easter, first Christmas, and that's what it really is. I'm glad Vendy's got me out and we're actually doing something because it is really nice, and it is one of the last days we actually have in Patagonia because we are heading north. So oh, look at you, you're so fluffy and you're cute.
No, Marcy is jumping. Marcy prepared amazing base for the grilling. So look at this great layer of coals. I'm trying to vlog. We have some Argentinian premium beef, so we're really excited. Then we have sweet potato, normal potato, and like 4 kinds of vegetables.
Bon appetit. Meat and veggies. So if you remember back a couple of months ago when we said this, is we're going to try and do 100 push-ups every single day just to keep a little bit of strength going. Well, ultimately it didn't happen. We didn't really do the exercising and the strength training that we really wanted to do throughout the trip so far, and it has been taking quite a toll on our bodies, mainly due to the weather. It's been really cold, a lot of windy days, and it's been raining, and it's just so hard to work out outside, which is one of the problems I addressed back then. It is starting to take quite a toll on our body. Our backs are starting to get sore. We feel like we're just losing a lot of muscle and strength. So now that we are heading a little bit north, it is starting to get quite nice, and we are going to really try this time to keep up the routine of doing some exercising or some stretches every day to really just alleviate that pressure on our bodies especially both our backs, which aren't in good condition already. It's a bit of a bittersweet ending for today. It is the last day we're really going to be in Patagonia. We are in San Martin de los Andes, which is the northernmost point of Patagonia, and we're about to drive now out of this area through just desolate moonscape, which marks the end of our Patagonian trip. It is such a spectacular landscape, and everything here is just so amazing. The mountains, the rivers, the lakes, the animals. We are going to miss it, and reality is we probably won't be coming back here as we do watch the sunset over this amazing lake that we've just been spending the whole day next to. We're going to say goodbye to Patagonia. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, I advise you to subscribe so you don't miss any of these updates. Like the video if you found it entertaining. Just when everything seems to be going well with the van, I come back and see what looks like an oil leak from somewhere. There's definitely oil leaking on the mud flap, and there's oil dripping underneath the car, so... We're back in t-shirts and shorts weather. How awesome is that? And we've just done a 1,500 kilometer long drive north to Mendoza, which is the wine capital of Argentina. The weather is so nice, but been actually wanting to get to a big town for quite some time because we have so many things that we need to get fixed.
My computer, actually my charger kind of like just burned down.
We have a small oil leak in the car, but we also need to get a service. Let's go do some admin today.
Send messages or...
Yeah.
Job one, done.
I feel like without child.
Alright, let's go get the car fixed. We're getting the van service and the leak fixed, and then we just wait until it's done, a couple hours. Muchas buenas. Gracias. Muchas gracias. We did so much admin today, it was incredible. We finally got Vendy's computer fixed. We even got credits for our phones, so that was a tick. Amazing day. Now I am cooking myself an Argentinian barbecue while Vendy works. Heaps of these little grills everywhere, and you can just make your own barbecue. It's so cool.
The next day.
Ah shit, I think I just lost the clutch. Alright, push the clutch when I say. Push the clutch? Yeah, oh shit, it's getting worse. Fuck, this sucks. So we've just lost our clutch slave cylinder. Now we can't change gears. Now we're stuck, and I actually don't know what to do because it's Friday afternoon, everyone's gonna close, so this could be a small problema. Any ideas?
I've been working day and night. This is literally what happens 20 minutes after I'm finished with work, and we're supposed to just have fun for the weekend and finally relax. The van breaks down. We are getting punished all the time.
Press the clutch.
Now I have to press the clutch.
Thankfully, some locals offered to drive us to a parts store to see if we can buy a brand new clutch slave cylinder. So we found a part, it's a Hilux part, and hopefully will work, so let's go find out. Turns out it didn't work, so we'd be spending the night here on the street until the morning where we can find a solution to the problem.
Early the next morning.
So that was probably one of the worst sleeps we've had since we've been on this trip. Yesterday, we had a couple of guys coming to help us, and one of them was a little bit dodgy. One of the guys that lives just down the road came up to us last night when we were kind of cooking dinner and said, hey, just to let you know, one of the guys that was trying to help you, he might be a little bit of an alcoholic or a drug addict, and he's a little bit dodgy. He's not dangerous, but he might try and get something out of you later. And we kind of thought, oh, that's weird. I didn't really see that much of him. Well, at 3 o'clock in the morning, we got a knock on our door yelling my name. It was this guy trying to get us to come out, and we just froze. We didn't really know what to do. Luckily, everything is really tinted and dark, so we can kind of peek out and see who it is, and they can't see in. After a while, he finally left and just stumbled down the street. But then after that, it was just, yeah, we were on edge, didn't sleep very well. There was parties all around us, loud cars going up and down the street. We really need to get out of here. Hopefully we can fix the car today. I've got my 2 clutch slave cylinders. I'm gonna go for a walk. It's Saturday morning, so most shops are gonna be closed, and I'm gonna try find a brake shop that can make that little hose for me. Okay, so I've got new brake fluid because we ran out of that because the clutch and the brake fluid are the same in this vehicle. And now I'm gonna get an Uber to a brake shop where hopefully they can make me this little adapter. Okay, I'm at the brake shop now, and he's actually making me a little copper adapter which should fit, and it's flexible enough that I can wiggle it around to make sure it does fit. So that is a good start, I think. I've got the little adapter piece now, so this should work. Now I'm just waiting for the Uber to go back to the van.
Should I get you the thing that you can lay on?
No. The new clutch slave cylinder is in. We've bled the lines and it seems to be working. I think we're good to go, so let's go. I'm sick of being in this street. Everything seems to be working fine, so let's go for a little test drive, make sure it all works, eh? We're finally getting a day where we're just going to relax a little bit after all the car problems we had yesterday and this morning. We're in the massive San Martin Park. Got a juice in people watching because it is so busy here. It's a long weekend and the weather's so nice. It's going to be a nice change to just slow down the pace. We really needed it. We've just been going like 200%. It's way too long and it's probably not good for our health. We're getting quite stressed out very quickly, so I think this is something we need to just kind of slow down a little bit. Okay.
This thing is very common in Chile as well. It's usually small little girls who are actually getting at a market. It's usually a sign that you went to the ocean, to the beach. And I was annoying myself for like months where I wanted to get it and I could never find a lady with the stall. Finally, we are like the furthest from the ocean. We're in the middle of mountains in Mendoza and I just saw 2 little girls who were like, ah, and I'm like, Masi, they got a braid. So we found this lady and I finally got it.
Yes, I can rest easy now and sleep well knowing that Vendi has finally gotten her braids after 3 months. Lucky me. This has been getting a little bit out of control lately. I haven't actually cut my hair since I think 8-9 months and it's getting a little bit out of hand, especially in the back where it's starting to get like a mullety kind of thing.
Oh,
so
not good.
I'm gonna go to the barber and try and explain to him that I just want to kind of tidy it up. I think back and sides, keep it long. May as well keep it long while we're traveling. You don't have to look professional. Let's see how we go. Yeah, so not the best haircut I've ever had, but it'll have to do for now. So since we've had such a crazy busy couple of weeks with Vendi's course, putting that online, doing a lot of stuff that wasn't that fun for a while, dealing with the broken down car all the time, we decided to treat ourselves and go to a really nice place, drink some really nice wine, eat some really nice food. We're just gonna relax today, have a really nice day at this complex.
2 hours later.
Just keeps getting better and better. One breakdown after another.
Literally, I cannot believe what we just going through as well. Guys, we had a craziest week. I was working 10+ hours every day. I was doing my campaign for Nomadica Digital. Marcel was fixing the van almost every single day. We arrived to this beautiful winery to celebrate Marcel's birthday and end of my launch of the online course. on the way we crossed the gate of the winery, we heard this pop.
We blew the differential seal and now it is just like pissing out oil. So now we're on our way back to our mechanic friend back in Mendoza. So luckily he actually has one of the replacement seals. If all goes to plan, we're going to be out of here pretty soon. I'm so thankful for this guy. It's the second time he's helped us out.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
No.
Hopefully, I don't see you again. No offense. So we just left Mendoza yesterday after spending a week there. We've just driven to the national park, and I'm going to try to pronounce this, Ischigualasto, which is a national park here in Argentina, and it feels like Jurassic Park because this is where a lot of the dinosaur fossils are found around Argentina. And we're just doing a very strange thing that I've never really done before. It's a self-driving tour of the park. So this is going to take 3 hours. We all drive in our own car alongside the guide, and then we get out and he'll probably explain some stuff. It's all in Spanish, so we're not gonna probably understand a lot of it.
We'll take you with us.
Pero la Mesozoica a su vez se divide en 3 periodos. Entonces el dedo se va a dividir en 3 falanges: Triásico, Jurásico y Cretácico. Los van a ver muy cerca del camino y se prestan para la fotografía.
So from the 15-minute speech, you understood 3 words?
Something like that, maybe 5. And then when he said vamos, let's take photos, I understood that, so that's 5.
So that was the first stop, and a 15-minute speech in Spanish. We understood about 5 or 6 words, maybe a little bit more. But we asked him if he spoke English. He said just a little bit. And he tried to translate that 15-minute speech into about 10 seconds, which we understood, but I think we missed about 99% of it. I think we expected something like that anyway. So what's really unique about this whole landscape is it pretty much resembles a lunar landscape, which is I think where the name came from. And it is so silent. If you just be quiet, you can't hear anything. There's no wind, there's no noise, there's no animals. It's incredibly quiet, and it probably is so quiet it'll drive you insane in a couple of days, but it's very unique, quite cool.
Right now we're in a museum and they have actually a real fossil of dinosaur right here. Check this out. They also recreated an archaeological site. Give us an idea how the system works, the process of preserving the bones and the fossil as well. It's really cool.
Join us next time for when we head high up into the Andean mountains, experience altitude sickness for the first time, help some new friends out in a disastrous situation.
We are moving out.
We would love to have you longer.
And enter and explore Bolivia, our 3rd country on our South American road trip.